Imagine living in a fairy tale, where every sunrise greets you with the silhouette of ancient towers, and every sunset bathes stone walls in golden light. Picture a place where the past isn't just remembered, but is part of the very air you breathe. Here, ancient castles rise above rolling hills and quiet towns, their watchful presence a reminder of centuries gone by. These fortresses have stood for generations, witnessing the ebb and flow of history, and shaping the land beneath them. This is Slovakia, a country with more castles per person than almost anywhere else in the world. From dramatic clifftop fortresses that once guarded kingdoms, to ivy-covered ruins that whisper secrets of forgotten battles, each castle is a chapter in a living storybook. These stone giants don't just shape the landscape, they shape the very identity of the people who live here. Their presence is felt in every village, every valley, and every winding road. Traveling through Slovakia is like stepping into a living history book, where every turn reveals a new legend and every path leads to a story waiting to be discovered. Each castle tells a unique story, of kings and queens who once ruled these lands, of brave defenders who stood against invaders, and of ordinary people whose lives were shaped by the walls that surrounded them. You can almost hear echoes of the past in the wind, carrying tales of heroism, love, and loss. With over 180 castles and 400 manor houses, Slovakia's landscape is a tapestry woven with history and legend. Castles are part of the everyday view here, perched on hills, nestled in forests, or standing proudly at the heart of towns. They're as much a part of daily life as the rivers and mountains. Imagine driving through the countryside and seeing a castle appear on the horizon, its towers rising above the trees like something out of a storybook. Or stumbling upon ancient ruins while hiking through a quiet forest, the stones covered in moss and memories, inviting you to pause and imagine the lives once lived within their walls. These castles aren't just relics of the past, they're woven into daily life, serving as backdrops for picnics, playgrounds for children, and peaceful spots for reflection. They host concerts under the stars, family walks on sunny afternoons, and gatherings that bring communities together in the shadow of history. Local artisans set up stalls near castle gates, selling crafts inspired by centuries-old traditions, while children play at being knights and princesses, their imaginations fueled by the magic of these ancient walls. For Slovaks, these castles are a source of pride and resilience, a symbol of their enduring spirit and rich heritage. Here, history isn't just remembered, it's lived, felt and celebrated through festivals, reenactments, and everyday moments that connect the present to the past. As we explore together, you'll see how these castles create memories that last a lifetime, inspiring wonder in all who walk their ancient halls and gaze upon their timeless beauty. In Slovakia, castles aren't distant attractions, they're neighbors. These ancient fortresses are not just relics of the past perched on distant hills or hidden away in forests. Instead, they are woven into the very fabric of daily life, standing watch over towns and villages, ever present in the landscape and in the hearts of the people. Many Slovaks wake up to the silhouette of a medieval fortress outside their window. The sight is so familiar that it becomes a comforting part of the morning routine, like the sun rising over the rooftops. For some, the castle is the first thing they see each day, a silent guardian that has watched over generations. Children play in their shadows, and locals use castles as landmarks or jogging routes. The ancient stone walls become playgrounds, and the winding paths around them are perfect for morning runs or evening strolls. These castles are not off-limits, they are part of the community's shared backyard. History here feels alive, woven into daily routines. Whether it's shopping at the local market, walking to school, or simply meeting friends, the presence of a castle is a constant reminder of the stories and traditions that shape Slovak life. Walking your dog might mean following paths once used by knights. The same trails that now echo with laughter and footsteps once rang with the clatter of armor and the hoofbeats of horses. Every walk is a journey through history, where the past and present blend seamlessly. Having coffee in a square could place you where markets thrived under castle protection. The cafes and shops that line the streets today stand where merchants once gathered, trading goods and stories beneath the watchful eyes of castle guards. The sense of continuity is palpable. Castles are community treasures cared for by locals who volunteer for restoration and events. These efforts are more than just maintenance, they are acts of love and pride, ensuring that the castles remain vibrant centers of community life. When a wall needs repair, the whole town feels it. Neighbors come together, lending their hands and skills, sharing stories as they work. It's a tradition that binds people together, reinforcing a sense of belonging and shared purpose. This shared responsibility preserves the spirit of these places for future generations. Children learn from their elders, not just about history, but about the importance of community and stewardship. The castles become living classrooms, teaching lessons that go far beyond textbooks. Travelers feel this connection instantly, in the pride of a shopkeeper or the stories told in castle courtyards. Every conversation is colored by a sense of heritage, and visitors are welcomed not just as outsiders, but as participants in a living tradition. You're not just a tourist, you're a guest, sharing in a living heritage. The warmth of the people, their willingness to share stories and invite you into their world, makes every visit feel personal and meaningful. This everyday relationship makes visiting Slovakia warm and personal. It's not just about seeing castles, it's about experiencing the rhythm of life that flows around them, and feeling at home in a place where history is cherished. Here, history is part of life, not just something to visit. The castles are as much a part of the present as they are of the past, shaping the identity of every town and village they overlook. That's what makes Slovakia's castles truly special. They are living monuments, cherished by those who call this land home, and shared with all who come to experience their magic. Slovak castles are more than landmarks, they're the heart of local culture. Legends, folk songs, and bedtime stories all feature these ancient walls. Each castle has its own ghost, treasure, or tale, like the White Lady of Lavoka, whose story is told across generations. Annual festivals bring history to life with mock battles, crafts, and music, making castles the center of community celebration. Local businesses thrive on castle tourism, offering authentic hospitality and handmade crafts. Guides share personal stories, making every visit unique. Castles give Slovaks a strong sense of identity and pride, connecting them to their dramatic past. They're living symbols of endurance and artistry, uniting communities and inspiring visitors. Slovakia's castles are filled with personal stories. An elderly man recalls childhood adventures at Bekov Castle, where every stone holds a memory. A young woman's wedding photos at Orava Castle continue a family tradition spanning generations. A student restoring Lietava Castle feels like a guardian of history, connecting with the past through her hands. These stories show castles as more than attractions. They're playgrounds, symbols of love, and sources of pride. They're woven into family histories and community life. Castles are places of first dates, picnics, and quiet reflection. When you visit, you step into a space alive with both grand and intimate histories. This is what gives Slovakia's castles their true heart and soul. Exploring Slovakia's castles is an adventure you can shape your way. Whether you're a history buff, a nature lover, or simply curious, there's a castle experience waiting for you. Each visit can be as active or as relaxed as you wish, making it perfect for solo travelers, families, or groups of friends. Many castles are linked by scenic hiking trails that wind through forests and hills. Walk to ruins like Tematin for breathtaking views, fresh mountain air, and a real sense of discovery. The journey itself is part of the magic, with every step revealing new perspectives of the landscape and the ancient stones above. If you want to dive deeper, guided tours at castles like Bojnice or Trenčín bring history to life. Knowledgeable guides share legends, hidden secrets, and fascinating stories you'd never find alone. You'll hear about royal intrigues, epic battles, and the daily lives of people who once called these castles home. Museums inside many castles display artifacts, pottery, weapons, and furniture, offering a hands-on journey through time. You can see how people lived, what they wore, and the tools they used, making history feel tangible and close. At Orava Castle, for example, rooms are furnished to reflect different eras, letting you walk through centuries in a single visit. Each room tells a different story, from medieval kitchens to grand Renaissance halls, immersing you in the sights and atmosphere of the past. But exploring castles isn't just about facts and artifacts. Beyond tours, simply sitting in a quiet courtyard or feeling the ancient stones with your hands connects you to the people who built and lived in these places. It's a moment to pause, reflect, and imagine the centuries that have passed. Listen to the wind, watch the sunlight dance on the weathered walls, and let your imagination wander. The silence of the ruins can be just as powerful as the stories told by guides. These quiet moments make history personal and real, turning a simple visit into a memory you'll carry with you. In Slovakia, every castle visit is a chance to create your own story, whether you're exploring with loved ones or discovering hidden corners on your own. The magic is found in both the grand halls filled with echoes of the past and the silent, crumbling ruins that invite you to dream. Each castle holds a piece of Slovakia's soul, waiting for you to explore. To see castles at their liveliest, visit during a festival. Medieval fairs fill courtyards with music, food, and color. Knights duel, artisans craft, and folk musicians play. You can try archery, taste traditional dishes, and watch jousting tournaments. Castles also host concerts, theater, and art exhibitions, blending ancient settings with modern culture. Local food and drink are highlights: goulash, honey wine, and more, served by proud vendors. Sharing a meal in a castle's shadow connects you to the culture and community. Here, history is a celebration you can join. For photographers, Slovakia's castles are pure inspiration. Capture them at sunrise or sunset, Spiš Castle in morning mist, or golden light on ancient walls. Look for details: mossy stones, iron gates, spiral stairs, or sunlight through arrow slits. Castles make perfect backdrops for portraits and family photos, turning moments into lasting memories. Photography encourages you to see more deeply, noticing the play of light and the beauty in small things. Your photos become a visual diary, capturing not just sights but feelings. These images will bring you back to Slovakia's magic long after you leave. Every picture tells a piece of your own fairy tale. The true power of Slovakia's castles lies beyond their walls. Ruined castles open to the sky invite peace and imagination. They're not sad relics but places of quiet magic and reflection. Their resilience, surviving battles, fires, and time, mirrors the spirit of the Slovak people. Locals keep this spirit alive through passion and care, filling castles with laughter and life. Castles invite you to slow down, connect with history, and create new memories. They're not just monuments, they're living invitations to wonder. Here, history is felt, not just seen. A journey through Slovakia is a journey into a living story. Castles are gateways to another time, sparking imagination and stirring the soul. The warmth of local pride and the rhythm of daily life make every visit personal. You're invited to add your own footsteps to ancient paths and join in the celebration of heritage. Hike the trails, listen to the legends, and taste the culture. Let Slovakia's castles fill your heart with wonder and your mind with memories. This journey will stay with you long after you leave. Slovakia and its castles are waiting to be discovered. Grand, intimate, and alive. Disconnect from the modern world and connect with something timeless. Your own Slovakian fairy tale is waiting. Just turn the first page.